Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today I'm going to talk about the sublimation oven from PYD Life that comes already with a vacuum in it, and then you get a vacuum tray and you can do things like sublimation phone cases where the sublimation print wraps all the way around it. But this is still a sublimation oven, so I can do tumblers, I can make this cool salad bowl, I can make coasters, I can make tons of different things with the versatility of this oven, given that it's a sublimation oven, but also you can add the vacuum tray and do the vacuum sublimation. Now, several months ago, I reviewed the PYD Life vacuum tray, and at that point, you had to take one of their existing ovens, you had to drill in the back. It was a little bit scary. Now, it worked, however, it was not a simple and easy, straightforward tutorial. So when they released this oven that already has the vacuum, like you don't do anything, the vacuum is already on it. It's also super quiet in comparison with a lot of the other vacuum methods I've used. And then it has two different trays. I'm gonna have the medium tray, but there's also a larger tray that fits this oven. When they released this version, I thought this is going to be much better than the previous version. So I wanted to show you what this is all about. So first of all, let's take a look at the oven itself and the tray as far as what you get. Now, you can buy the oven by itself and buy the tray later. You can get the oven and tray combo. And remember, there are two different sizes of trays. I am going to use the medium in this video. The sublimation oven itself looks similar, but there are several changes. And if you'll notice on the handle, it does say that the vacuum is included, and the vacuum is built into the oven in this case. Now, this does come with a tray, and the tray can be used when you're doing regular sublimation items. You remove the tray to add the vacuum tray when you're doing something that requires the vacuum. Now, no modification is needed to this oven to use the vacuum, so it is ready to go just like it is. If you're doing regular sublimation with this oven, you would want shrink wrap. So shrink wrap would be required if you're doing things like tumblers. I think I'm gonna make a salad bowl during this video. So if you're doing things like that, you will want shrink wrap, as well as probably a heat gun to shrink the shrink wrap. And then I do have some heat resistant tape and a heat resistant glove sitting here. Then if you want to use this oven for vacuum, you do need the vacuum tray. Now, there are two different trays for this oven. I do have the medium tray here, and it comes with the tray as well as the stand. Now, you will get a few other things, including some sealing cloths, a screwdriver, a hole punch, a few different things and accessories with the vacuum tray itself. And we will be using this to make several projects, so I will show you how to use it. Now, when you are using the vacuum tray, it's going to depend on what you make, whether or not you need a special film to print on. So within the oven manual, it gives you some ideas, like the very last page, sort of what you would need in each situation. So for instance, what we're gonna make in this video, I'm gonna make a phone case, and I will need the special sublimation film when making the phone case. However, I'm also gonna try a coaster, and you don't necessarily need the film for those. You could just use sublimation paper in those cases. So basically, the sublimation film is ideal for curved surfaces, and sublimation paper you can use when you're sublimating a flat surface within this vacuum tray. And then when you're doing certain things like the phone case, for instance, it is plastic, and of course it has a large area in here where there's nothing where your phone is intended to go. You will need a jig for things that can deform. So plastic things that you might sublimate within the vacuum tray, you will need some type of jig. So I do have a phone case jig for this particular phone case, and we're gonna snap it on. So I will show you how to use this later on in this video, but that is required for things like the phone case. In the case of the ceramic coaster, I would not need a jig because those are hard surfaces that won't deform under the vacuum pressure. First, we're going to use this as a regular sublimation oven. So go ahead and plug the oven in. To set the temperature, you'll go ahead and hit the temperature button and then use the plus and minus buttons to set the temperature. Hit the temperature button again to go ahead and set that temperature. Then set the time in the same manner by pressing the time button, plus or minus to set the time, and then the time button once again to set that time. I'm going to use 356 degrees for 7 minutes for the tumbler and 8 minutes for the salad bowl. You can press the start button at this time to go ahead and start preheating the oven while you prepare your blank. Then I went to prepare my tumbler. I removed the lid and everything else inside of the tumbler. You might want to clean the tumbler on the outside as well. And then I printed a sublimation print. And so I printed on sublimation paper using sublimation ink on sublimation paper. And this tumbler does have a sublimation coating on it. I went ahead and cut that sublimation print to size and then wrapped it around my sublimation tumbler, securing it with tape. Then I added that tumbler to shrink wrap and used a heat gun to shrink that into place. Then go ahead and put the tumbler in the oven, shut the door, and press the play button to start. If the oven has not preheated, it will wait until it comes to temperature before it starts the countdown of the time. Once the countdown ends, the oven will beep and you can go ahead and remove the tumbler. It is easiest to remove the shrink wrap when hot, so remove the shrink wrap immediately. And take a look at your gorgeous new tumbler. The sublimation on this water bottle is gorgeous. The seam is back here. You can't hardly see it. I absolutely love how well this did with a tumbler. Then I went ahead and repeated the exact same steps for the sublimation salad bowl. I did, however, cut around the sublimation print in the case of the sublimation salad bowl. So once it sublimates, it'll look like more of a seamless print all the way around this bowl. After I had my sublimation print taped into place, again, I added the bowl to some shrink wrap and I used the heat gun to shrink it down. Then again, I added it to my sublimation oven, this time for 8 minutes. Once it was done, I removed the shrink wrap and revealed the gorgeous salad bowl. My sublimation salad bowl turned out great, and the way I laid the print out, like you can't hardly tell where I stopped and started the print. So this salad bowl is a really fun sublimation blank. So you can add your salad inside. It has a little thing for your dressing, and then there's also another area for like anything that you want to keep dry. So croutons or something like that would work well in this area, and then you just assemble your salad when you're ready. So now it's time to use the tray and the vacuum of this sublimation oven. So I am going to start with a sublimation foam case as my first example, and that will require printing on specialty film. So this specialty film has a matte side and a gloss side. I printed on the matte side using my sublimation printer, and I printed oversized, and you want to make sure that you have enough room around the outside where this can wrap around the edges of whatever blank you're using. Then once you have this printed, because I have the medium tray, I'm going to go ahead and kind of cut this to size because this is a little large. So I'm going to cut a little bit off of one end of this. And then the other thing you're going to want to do is everywhere there is one of these pins, you're going to want to use a hole punch and punch a hole in the sublimation film. Now the sublimation film will go print side down, and I'm just going to kind of locate that into place, and I am going to mark those pin locations so I know exactly where to punch my holes into my film. And then I'll just use the hole punch to go ahead and punch those holes. Now the sublimation ink does need to dry on that sublimation film, so I'm adding it to the top of the sublimation oven while the oven preheats. Then I'm going to go ahead and set my time and temperature in the same way. So in this case, I'm using 302 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 minutes. Now I do need to set a vacuum preheat time of 12 seconds. And if you'll hold down the time button for about 3 seconds, the preheat time will start flashing, and I can set that for 12 seconds. And now we need to prep our tray. So the tray needs to have a sheet on the inside, and then you'll use the screws as well as the screwdriver to attach this piece, which will hold the jig. So now I have everything ready and the jig can be added. So we're just going to add the jig for the preheat, not the sublimation foam case yet. When you're using a special film for sublimation, you don't need the silicone cover, so you can remove that, but you will need to add a seal ring around the top. Now you want this to reach all the way around the top, and I found it best to push the seal ring into place and sort of stretch it as I was pushing. That way it reached all the way around. Then you can go ahead and close the vacuum tray. So we'll go ahead and open the oven, and this rack does need to come out. So I'm going to remove it. It is hot from where I've been using the oven. We'll set that to the side, and then you can add your tray. And the front of the tray is the handle, and the back of the tray has a piece here that goes into the back of the oven that will go against a hole that's all the way in the back of the oven. You can see that hole there in the back of the oven. You just want to make sure that your tray is on the right level so it rests against that in the back of the oven. And you'll just slide your tray into place so that it hits that plastic piece in the back. And you do want to press it all the way in, and then we're going to close it. Then you can go ahead and press the play button in order to preheat the oven with the tray inside. Once this is preheated, the oven will beep, and at that point you will add your phone case. Once this is preheated, we can go ahead and remove the tray. Then I have the jig in here. I'm gonna pop the phone case on, and then I'm going to put the paper down with the sublimation print side down. And the holes are like kind of a tight fit. You just want to be sure to get all 4 of them on there. Then you can close this, and you do want to really close this latch tightly, and then we can go ahead and add it to the oven in the same location. Then we'll go ahead and press the vacuum button to turn on vacuum mode, and then press the play button to start. It will count down the 12 seconds for the vacuum preheating. Once that's done, you will hear the vacuum start up. Now, this vacuum isn't as loud as some I've used, but you will still have some noise associated with the vacuuming process. Then it will go ahead and count down for the full time. Once that's done, you can go ahead and remove the vacuum tray, and you want to do all of this while it's hot. So you should find that it is vacuumed down, and you want to remove the film hot right away and pop the phone case out as quickly as possible and off of this form. And with it sectioned around here, it does like a 3D sublimation and goes all the way around the edges of your phone case. The sublimation phone case turned out perfectly, and just look how great it looks wrapped around those edges. So now, if I wanted to do, let's say, something else with this tray, I'm going to remove this. So something that does not require a jig. So we will not need this piece in the center. And then you'll see that there are holes in the tray itself, and you'll want to cover those with one of the cloths that come with the tray. And then for this, you will need the other piece to be on here. So you'll remove the seal and then just add back in the silicone piece by pressing that inside of the groove all the way around. And then you'll be preheating this tray again, so we're gonna close it up once again. I'll go ahead and place this back in to preheat, and I'm gonna do some ceramic coasters, and I'm gonna do them 356 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes. To do the coasters, all you need is your sublimation print, so no specialty film is required. Here I'm trimming the print to size, then adding the coasters, and you want the sublimation print up against the sublimation coating on the coaster, and then you'll just need to tape that into place. Once that's hot and preheated, we can go ahead and remove the tray once again, open it up, and we can go ahead and place the coasters inside, sublimation print side up. Now I did wrap them in protective paper so that my sublimation ink doesn't get everywhere onto my tray. And you do want to make sure that that piece of paper is in the middle with the holes all covered up. Then I'm just going to place one coaster right in the center. Then go ahead and close this up. And we can add back to the oven. Now, I put this in here exactly in the middle. Just try to keep it level and add it back to the oven. Again, we'll press vacuum and then the start button to start everything. Here's my sublimation coaster. It turned out great. I did want to point out that because I just used the sublimation paper, I did not use the specialty film. When you do that, it does not wrap around. So if I wanted the edges on this sublimated, similar to the phone case, I would need to use the specialty film so that it would wrap all the way around. I wanted to do something flat just to demonstrate that so you know whether you need to use the film or not. So now you saw me use the oven to sublimate a tumbler as well as this very cool salad bowl blank. And then I used the vacuum tray to do everyone's favorite phone case with a full wrap around. And then I also used the tray to do the coaster just to show you that you could do flat items with just sublimation paper and not that specialty film. So the tray itself, this is the medium tray. It's fairly small. So I was able to do the phone case. I can do one phone case. And then I only did one coaster at a time because it was a pretty tight fit inside of there. Could I have done 2 coasters? Probably, but that's about the maximum for coasters the size that I did. So if you want to do larger projects, I would recommend like the large vacuum tray. I had a slate and it was 8 by 8 and would not fit in there at all. I would probably maybe be able to do a 4 by 4 slate within this medium vacuum tray, but definitely not anything larger. So you are still restricted on size with this. However, it was very easy to use. It was easy to use the oven. It was also easy to use the vacuum tray. I got great results, as you saw with these projects. If you have been wanting to get into vacuum sublimation and you don't have an oven yet or you're ready for a sublimation oven upgrade, highly, highly recommend looking into this oven. Even if you don't invest in the vacuum tray right away, just the option to add it later because this already has the vacuum attached to the back is so much easier than the way I did it months ago on my other PYD Life oven. So if you have been wanting to get into vacuum sublimation, I highly recommend getting the PYD Life oven that already has the vacuum on it. So all you have to do is add this tray accessory and insert it inside. So easy to use, so easy to operate. I am so glad that I got this oven, and it might just replace every sublimation oven I have. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna have to see if it'll fit in the location of my small one, but this oven might replace all of my other sublimation ovens, which I'm actually very excited about. And of course, excited about the tray and all the possibilities with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about this oven, this vacuum tray, the projects I did, drop down in the comment section and ask away. I have links to everything, so you can purchase everything in the description below this video. So if you want to purchase the oven, the tray, any of the blanks, I will link to all of those, as well as the cute bundle of files. If you want to make some lemon sublimation items, that bundle of files is for you as well. Now, if you like this video and it helped you, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Again, you can watch that previous video with the previous generation of oven and see all of the steps it took me to install that vacuum. And you're going to appreciate this one even more after you watch that video. I also have crafty and creative videos every week, and you don't want to miss any of those. Thank you all so much for joining me this week, and I will see you next time with another creative crafty idea. Thanks y'all. Bye-bye.